everybody.
Hey, hey, hey.
Welcome back to Tandem Fandom. I'm Courtney.
I'm Mick.
And today we're going over our weekly Smackdown review. This is the August 9th edition.
Where we give all of our reactions to Smackdown Live, which we just refer to as Smackdown.
Because
it's Smackdown. And we know it's live. Of course it's live. We don't call it Raw Live.
We're opening strong with Randy Orton because what else would you do?
Can I just say how much I've become to loathe Viperville? Like, it's so ham-fit. Suplex City worked because it came organically.
Yeah.
Suplex City, bitch! Like, that is what it came from. But Viperville, I'm just getting tired of it. Because you know what it sounds like to me? Pero, it sounds like Disneyland.
It's like, what?
What?
Okay.
What? But
I agree. Every time he says Viperville, you can feel the earth shift from all of the eyes rolling at once.
Pretty much, it's just a ugh.
And I love Randy. I love Randy.
That being said, though, it did get us that awesome back and forth between Del Rio and Randy with the, oh, well, you know, Disneyland, oh, like a Disneyland, huh? Well, you know, I'll tell you what, amigo, you can get first in line.
You get VIP pass.
Yeah, so that
was really good. I've never seen them talk together or have back and forth, but man, it was on point.
I think Del Rio he's straight. I've said it before. Del Rio is so good, and he's just so good at everything that he does. Like, he's got great chemistry. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, he was rocking excellent style as always.
Beautiful scoop neck shirt, really showing off the cleavage.
and who doesn't love cleavage? But it was really strong opening. Yeah, I'm enjoying that. We open with Bray Wyatt in the ring cutting a promo.
Some really intense stuff. Like,
call himself a god.
Yeah, and the little close up on the face, and you cannot kill a god and stuff. Like, really, really intense. I mean, what else can you expect from Bray Wyatt? But it was more intense. Like, he was angry. He wasn't just like, I'm so far above all of you, I have the whole world in my hands. It was, no, I am proving to you that I am the devil incarnate.
I like it because it was kind of classic wrestling stuff, because he's complaining about the fact that he lost an opportunity.
He was a victim.
But he took it all around and worked that into who he is as a character, which just shows how strong he is on the microphone, how in tune he is with that character, that you can take a thing of like, and really, in the past, wins, losses, whatever, haven't really mattered to Bray. But he was able to cut a classic wrestling, I'm a bad guy, I lost the match, boo friggity who. But it worked because he took that simple classic thing and put it into Bray Wyatt and came out with gold.
As usual.
Yeah, so Uncle Dino comes down to the ring and he's like, talk about this opportunity. Which, there's a little
classic Dean stuff, you know.
Crazy Uncle Dino.
You're the victim. And Dolph comes out. I loved it because, you know, silent but violent. He walks down, he turns around, he looks at Dean, he's like, and then he bolts to the ring and rolling and.
It was strong, of course. There was an inadvertent super kick, nails Dean in the face, which I loved it. That was a really cool way where, like, Bray's got him and Sister Abigail, and he lifts and uses Dean's face to block.
And Dolph's like, what did you do?
No!
Dean!
But, so of course that led to a cool backstage between the two of them as they're like,
what you were looking for as soon as this rivalry was birthed.
And I here shall admit I was wrong. This was better. Whatever, man.
You get the build, you tell a story, butts and seats.
Ass is every 18 inches. Anyway, it was good. It was good stuff. And very cool with the Daniel Bryan and Shano just, hey guys, how's it going? You know?
Shano's nice gray leather.
He's looking sharp, and they kind of gave a jab at Dolph where they're like, oh, what was it that you said last week, Dolph? Oh, screw you. And he walked away. I was like, oh.
Whoops.
That was cool. Again, we got to see American Alpha in action. Such a great team. You know,
I just love them.
great energy.
They remind me of, if you watch our War with Words, they really remind me of the Steiner brothers. And we love watching the Steiner brothers back in '96.
Yeah.
So it's like reincarnate. It's fantastic.
It is, and it's just their energy, their kind
strength,
of
athleticism.
It's impressive because they were working against Mikey O'Shea and Mike Vega, which were just local talent brought in, but it showcased American Alpha, who last week was like, we're the best team here, and it's like very hard to argue that fact.
Yeah.
very, very hard to disagree with that. But post-match, you get like
first the Ascension comes out, and it's like, ooh, what's
I was really
happen?
hyped. I was like, ooh.
They're gonna come out and beat them down, but no, it was a parade of tag teams.
Yeah, it was,
because then the Vaudevillains come out, and then even the Hype Bros came out. So it wasn't just the heels coming to scrap at the top team. It was the Hype Bros as well, and they all got into a giant scuffle, which was surprising. And it wasn't even like anybody ignited the fire or anything. It was just, we're all on the same level right now.
Yeah.
So we gotta beat the crap out of each other to figure out who's at the top.
It was really, really cool. I liked it a lot. The only thing that I would like to see, and granted we could see this next week, I want to see that other team shown the attention that American Alpha is getting. American Alpha deserves all the attention they're getting, but if they're the Steiners, we need a Harlem Heat. Yep. We need that other team that these guys are going to be feuding back and forth, and really is kind of wide open. Could be the Usos, could be the Hype Bros.
Yeah, the Usos the only one's not there, but
one of them's hurt right now, I think. Well, Breezango wasn't there either, but I don't know why. Like, they just weren't on the show at all. But again, like, it doesn't matter who, because really all those teams are good. They can go, they can do what they need to do. But I feel like that's what American Alpha needs. They need their Harlem Heat to go against.
Yes.
That's the only thing they're missing. So your favorite moment of the night, I think, was a Miz and Marie segment with the third wheel, Renee Young.
Oh, that was so great. I love it. I love it so much. I love the story. I love the story they're telling. The way they're just kind of beyond anything that's actually happening on the camera.
They're obsessed with each other.
Yes.
Which I think is great, and it makes me feel like Miz is going to lose to Apollo because he's going to be focused on Maurice. They're not going to split Miz and Maurice up because they're too damn great together. But I think that's what they're going to do. Like, it's going to be he completely overlooks Apollo, and this has been a fun, good build. Miz is just he's great at what he does, and Maurice just, we've said it before, she adds to it, makes it better.
Yeah, just 110% off camera goodness.
Yeah.
Or sorry, out of ring goodness. Please put it all on camera.
Yes, we need to see it all. But you know what we don't need to see more? Or really ever again, and that would be Eva Marie, at least in our estimation. They are trying to book her with, like, 4 horsemen breaking Dusty's leg in the cage heat. They are trying to make people attack her in the airport, attack her at the gym, attack her when she's getting something to eat after the show. Like, I feel like that has to be the goal of, like, we're giving you Jim Crockett Promotions old school wrestling heat.
Yeah, but all she's getting is, oh, it's Eva Marie, I'm gonna go get another beer.
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna go to the bathroom, or I'm gonna check if there's any Pokemon in the stadium. I'm gonna, you know, because the crowd was...
Yeah, there was very little. There was a smattering of some cheers and a couple people.
There's always some freaks out there who love this kind of crap.
Look,
everybody has somebody who supports them.
It's like this. She's attractive. She has a fan base based because of Total Divas, and she's a good-looking woman. So therefore, people are going.
Somebody's gonna.
Somebody's gonna at least cheer, be like, yeah, because she's hot. I mean,
that girl in the NXT crowd who used to cosplay as her, when, you know, the little sign and everything.
Yeah,
you're a plant. Don't even.
I mean, it was creative this week. Instead of an injury, it was a wardrobe malfunction.
Oh, no.
And, you know, I really feel, because at first I was like, this is just such a damn waste of time. It eats up so much time that they could use to dedicate towards anything else.
Right, like this is the 2-hour show. This is the show that we have to pack full because we don't have 3 hours.
Yeah.
And this is what we get?
It's painful. But I thought about it, and I think the reason why they take this approach and they do these sort of things that they do with her is because she's so bad at really every aspect of being a pro wrestler. You know, be it talking, wrestling, facial expressions, character. She's so bad at everything that they are essentially manufacturing moments for her to get heat. They are getting creative with it, so I appreciate that because of the injury and now the wardrobe malfunction.
Allowing Becky to voice her frustrations with it. You know, I'm a fighter, and it was good. It built it a little bit more, and then Alexa comes out and she's like, "Okay, you want to fight? You gotta fight. I'm blissed off."
I think that's where this sort of shit should be utilized, because to me, it helped Alexa get over a little bit, because she came out, the distraction, and Alexa won. Now she gets to walk around saying, "Oh, I beat you," blah, 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 you know. But my question is, what's the payoff with Eva? Like, she has to get good at something. Something, damn it! Something has to click. She should be able to deliver a friggin' promo. She should be able to have a friggin' 5-minute match without looking like Bambi as a newborn.
On ice.
Something has to just click at this point. Otherwise, it is literally all pointless and a waste of time and a waste of talent. I would rather them do this with anyone else, because like Alexa Bliss, at least she's friggin' athletic.
Yeah,
she can work a damn 5-minute match.
And she can even work just being on camera. She comes down the ring, it comes down the lane, and she does her little skull hand thing and resting Bliss face and all that.
She's got things figured out, but like even Eva Marie's, she just sounds like an idiot. Like, she just sounds like she's literally sitting there remembering, okay, this line came after this line, and this line came, you know, it's...
She sounds like Deborah.
Yeah, who was the Drizzlin' Chits of 20 years ago, of the late 90s, and she, you know it's bad when they're literally like, cast member of Total Divas for 5 seasons.
Accolades.
Something.
Winner of the 2013 Diva Search.
That was not real. That's not a real thing.
Not a thing.
There was a... You know what the 2013 Diva Search was? Literally a talent scout. It was not like a, oh, we come in, it's a competition.
It was not a competition or anything. It was nothing that was televised. It was nothing that we got to see
or
vote or...
It was, we want to add a new person to the Total Divas show. We selected you. There you go. That was the friggin' 2013 Diva Search. It wasn't a Diva Search. It was literally like a talent scout, and oh, we signed you.
Yeah.
But
welcome to E.
They are trying to attach things to her because she's so bad. So bad. Not in that like good wrestling way where it's like, oh, I hate it. No, she's just bad. She's just bad at everything. But enough of her. Moving on. Moving on.
I want to say maybe they'll pull this crap one more week. It'll lead to some like pre-show match with her and Becky at SummerSlam, and it'll be an actual match. I don't know. Maybe she just needs this time. Maybe they just don't want to have her wrestle as much because she doesn't have anything in her arsenal, so they're building for one good match, and that'll keep us for 2 more months. I
mean, I know why she's feuding with Becky, because Becky can cover up her shortcomings in the ring, and Becky can carry her in a match.
Yeah.
You put her in a match with Alexa, Alexa's not going to be able to do that. Carmella, Natty could do that, but, Natty, you know, like, really, pretty much every other woman on the Smackdown roster cannot cover up her shortcomings.
Right.
Becky can.
And hopefully
we're sorry, Becky.
Sorry, Becky. Hopefully she doesn't break your neck.
So Randy and Alberto Del Rio had a spectacular match with Alberto working the shoulder. Ultimately ends in a DQ because of you know, a chair shot. Because he's like, well, let's see if you can RKO with a broken arm barrel. Apparently Randy can RKO with one arm because it's kind of...
that's kind of how the move works, right?
Yeah.
You don't...
I mean, he does, but...
That's a diamond cutter.
Well, it's a cutter either way. What are you... It's like, what's going on? But yeah, solid match. Again, like, I really enjoy these two. I would like to see another Randy Alberto feud, maybe post SummerSlam.
Yes.
Great chemistry. Really cool.
I feel the chemistry.
Yeah. So Natty versus Carmella. I don't know what it is. I have a really hard time buying Natty as a heel.
She really...
Maybe it's because I just know she's such a great person and she is super, and I like her a lot. So
and
maybe
she loves everybody and everything. She comes off as snotty, but like snubbish. Like she just, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Like she's like kind of bratty, maybe. Like
yeah.
She doesn't really. She's not like Sasha or Charlotte, where they like talk and they're like, "Well, you suck." This is why I'm not on WWE. But she's just like, Becky knew what she was getting into.
Yeah, well, I think Carmella's in a weird spot. I feel like the crowd isn't latching onto her quite like they were expecting that they would.
Yeah.
And maybe that was the way she's been introduced and feuding with Natty. Again, it's kind of what they're doing with Eva Marie. You put Eva Marie with your ultimate babyface in Becky, and you're putting Carmella with the great heel in Natty, who can work, who can carry a match, because Carmella can work, but again, she's not to a point where go out, have a 15-minute match, and you're good. No, right. She needs that kind of, let's polish, a little smoke and mirrors, if you will.
Let's give her a little bit more of a story.
But her getting the submission win, I was kind of like, well, that's your blow-off right there. At least it's what it feels like it should be, is the blow-off. Yeah. So I don't...
Carmella won with submission?
Yeah.
And so, that's a big rub. You submit Natalya Hart?
Yeah, Neidhart.
Neidhart?
So, I don't know. It's one of... I don't really...
Queen of Hearts?
I don't know where they're going with it.
Yeah.
Again, but I don't know where the hell they're going with the other women. Because that's kind of the issue of... There is no women's title on Smackdown.
Yeah.
There is nothing for them to compete for. So, not yet, anyway. I hope that changes. But, yeah, so it's kind of weird. So, somebody who was fighting for something, an opportunity to feed his 2 kids.
His 4 kids.
His 7 kids. Heath Slater is the absolute, he's so freaking entertaining. So funny. I mean, you could put the guy in any situation and he delivers, he can work. I think he's very underrated in terms of character and promo because the guy's just entertaining.
Well, it's unfortunate because I feel like he got a little under rug swept because of his accent, because he does sound like corn-fed.
He is from West Virginia.
Right. And then AJ Styles comes along.
Alright guys, if you can't take a frickin' elbow to the side of the head, you need to get out of this business.
And he sounds as corn-fed as they come, and yet... He's phenomenal.
I would have loved, I really wanted and again, because of this match, like, he lost, but they were totally ready. They were like, we're going to give Heath Slater a contract anyway, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, screw Smackdown Live! I'm out of here! That sucks because I was like, oh man, I really want him to be on SmackDown.
Well, maybe he'll go back to Raw now and try and, like, I feel like maybe that's just going to be the comedy segment.
Yeah.
For a little bit, as he's going to bounce back and forth.
I feel like... I said this on our Raw video, and we've said this multiple times, a TV title, that was something that would be absolutely perfect on Heath Slater because he could cheat every freaking match to keep it. It would help get a good a young baby face over.
Yeah.
It gives him mic time, which gives him that ability to just go out there and be funny and be entertaining.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, and it's like, I look at a TV title and I'm like, Heath Slater would be perfect in that role to help just push that babyface, and then maybe he starts getting over if he's doing something like that, and you could say, all right, well, let's bump you up to the IC. Like, I feel like a belt like that would be so beneficial to Heath Slater. because he could come out and say, "I've defended my TV title 20 times, baby!"
Yeah.
Like, how it just, it would be so great, I think.
Yeah.
The main event was Dean and Dolph against the Wyatt family. Solid match. Kind of went exactly like I thought too. Dolph with the classic super kick fall on the guy, which is great. I love that he's winning via that maneuver. And he and Dean, Uncle Dino, have that face off, and
there it is.
Gets that dirty deeds. You know, he's like, well, because he told Dolph, he's like, "I owe you one back."
Yeah.
And he gave it to him. So
there's the headbutting. There's the conflict.
I'm not afraid to admit when I was wrong. I was wrong. It was great.
You're just jumping the gun. You're just jumping the gun. If you have something meaty like that you can stretch out,
yeah,
you gotta do it.
And it's pretty much, it was great. Next week, they're gonna probably have a damn brawl with each other and have to be pulled apart. It's gonna be awesome.
Backstage, into the lights.
Yeah, so yeah, it was really, really great. Interested to see if any other matches are like, because there's some big names that are not making SummerSlam right now. Like Bray Wyatt doesn't have a match. Del Rio doesn't have a match. So there's a few guys that don't have a spot on this SummerSlam. It's still big because there's a lot of big matches on it. But there's some names that I'm like, well, this guy. But again, with the brand split, you kind of lost. A lot of these feuds had to be put together really quick. Yeah. So I feel like there's going to be some figuring out post SummerSlam, but it's going to be interesting to see. Well, guys, that's all we got to say on SmackDown this week. I give it a thumbs up. I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it. I've yet to be disappointed, except with the Eva Marie thing. But what are you gonna do? I
do feel like SmackDown is trying to figure out its direction and its voice. I feel like Raw is a little more clear. I don't know if that's the third hour where they have more time.
Yeah.
But I feel like SmackDown is
they
figuring it out.
They literally have to find their own identity, because ultimately Raw hasn't changed.
Yeah.
They just have less guys to work with. So SmackDown is the one who's having to reinvent themselves.
Yeah, and I feel like they're getting there. It's getting close. But let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Check out our Raw reaction and review by clicking that link right there. And if you like what you enjoy, click that link right there to subscribe to the channel for more wrestling goodness. Give us that big old thumbs up if you like it, and if you really like it, hit that share button.
Yeah, and subscribe.
Oh, and subscribe. Well, yeah, that's why I said you click the thing.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, if you really like it, subscribe too. If you don't, just subscribe anyway and just point and laugh at us.
We are pretty easy to do that with.
Getting that Eva Marie heat.
Yeah.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well.
And as we always say here on Tandem Fandom, if you're going to be a fan,
bring a friend.